Hi, I'm Johnny Three Tears.
I'm Charlie Sheen.
And this is J-Dog.
And we're Hollywood Undead, and you're watching
Artisan News. Bro. I don't think we had any real obstacles. I mean, I think when we recorded Swan Songs, we'd gotten signed pretty quickly. So as far as writing went, this album, we had 3 more years of writing together and stuff like that. So I think if anything, it was a smoother cycle, and we did better. We knew how to do our jobs a little better. Not much better, just a little better. I think just time with each other and writing with each other and stuff like that. It's like any other job. The longer you do it, you get better at it. So that's how I feel about it. What do you guys think?
I agree with you completely.
100%.
Whatever he says, I agree with.
I'd say the expectations are a lot higher because people want you to fail on your sophomore record and your second record, as they call it, whatever it is. So, I mean, people want us to see us do bad, just like they want to see any band do bad that's doing good. So it's like the expectations were higher, but I felt like we met them, and we did a good job, I felt.
Well, I think we try not to pay too much attention to that sort of thing because it can distract you, obviously, especially when you're writing a record. But, I mean, there's obviously the sophomore thing, it's our second record and stuff like that. But I never felt any kind of I knew we were capable of doing what we were doing, and I never worried too much about that. But like he said, there are those people who want to see it bomb. There's bad people in the world. Bad people.
Bad ones.
All my ex-girlfriends certainly want to see it and do bad. But,
Were they writing on Facebook saying, I hope you fail?
But I don't pay attention to them hoes.
It's pretty much the same process. It's like we have our own home studios, and we individually write songs and work on songs and bring it to a producer. Just like it was on Swan Songs, pretty much the same thing. It's pretty simple. It's like one person in the band writes a song and picks out who they want to be on the song. We picks out what producer they want to work on, and it's actually pretty cool the way it works.
I think, it's kind of an epic, big song and stuff like that, and it's got a really catchy chorus. I mean, who knows why people pick singles? We don't do that stuff. We just hang out and mingle with each other.
Yeah, if it was up to us, we would pick songs that will never be singles every single time, but, we're not the ones who decide that kind of stuff.
I think all of our favorite songs will probably be songs that aren't singles. I mean, it's one of those things.
No, we were there the day before Charlie Sheen, my protege. Charlie Sheen. I wish I got a chance to have him meet me, but he didn't get the opportunity.
You kind of got lucky with the name thing.
I did get lucky in a way, but I thought, not that many people knew who Charlie Sheen was as far as our fans, young kids. They don't know who Charlie Sheen is, so they just thought my name was super cool and original. But now all the kids are finding out there's a guy named Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen jocked this guy. So,
when in fact, it's the other way around. And when Charlie Sheen was born, he delivered the baby.
He loved everywhere I go, too, as a kid.
Also that.
I've been biting off him since day one. What do you can't be mad at the guy for living his life.
Yeah, he was always a weird guy. I know that I've always heard stories growing up that he was a nut job. I was always a fan of Naked Gun Part 2 as well.
Hot Shots Part 2.
Or Hot Shots. Well, I'm a fan of any movie that comes out. It doesn't matter what it is. But, yeah, I always liked Charlie Sheen's work. And, it's a play on words. It's a fun name. It's cool.
They both are addicted to methamphetamines.
And we're both winning, which is cool.
I was hoping he wasn't going to say
But I already won. Charlie Sheen's winning. Charlie Sheen won, motherfucker.
I actually don't think there's any fans. I think they're all just fake accounts started by him. So he has someone to, someone's paying attention. I don't think there's any real fans that are upset about it.
I honestly think people really didn't care too much. We did tours with Danny before Deuce was officially out, and nobody cared. They're like, dude, this new kid's great. He's fantastic. I just think it's the fact that he's kicking up so much dust that people are noticing because he's the one's doing it. I think that they think they care because he's the one who cares so much, and they're getting confused. He just doesn't know how to go away.
Yeah, we're completely happy doing our thing. Made a great record, and that's that. Well, yeah, I mean, we introduced certain songs. We have, I think, 4 songs off American Tragedy in the set now. and slowly we'll integrate them more. But at the same time, you always want to make everybody happy and stuff, and play the Swan Songs material too. But it's all just finding a balance. And I mean, kids seem to be responding really strongly to the American Tragedy material. So for us, who cares, right, bro?
We're all here to party. No, the album, the album is so new. It's been out for like 5 days. You stop putting these microphones in my mouth.
Big fart.
The album's been out for 5 days, so it's like it's not a lot of time for it to sink in. But it's like nothing sucks more than going to see a band that you love and they're trying to promote the new album. They play the whole new album. You're like, dude, just play like some classics, man. Like you want to hear some old stuff, and that's like we all grew up going to shows, so like we know the score. Like we're not trying to shove our new album down people's throats. We want kids to have a good time.
He'd been a friend for a long time, and he's a great singer. He good friend for a long time. He good singer too. So once we needed a singer, it was a pretty obvious choice to go with Danny. We didn't have auditions or anything like that. There was no need. We brought Danny in. We knew he'd be a perfect fit. He's a talented guy, good songwriter, good front man. Go Danny. We be clubbing.
I don't know if I like him that much.
Yeah, they got personal issues.
Yeah, I got some problems with that guy, but whatever he said.
Me no like him either.
Me no think he good. No, I'm just no. Yeah, we couldn't be happier. He's great at what he does and stuff. And once we realized that he would obey us during the songwriting process like a broken dog, that's when I really realized that he was a perfect fit for the band.
It was one of those things where they're like, you guys need to go out. If it's not working with you and the last guy, you need to go out and audition tons of people. You need to do this and do that. And it happened like very like organic and real. We found the dude. We knew him, and it kind of just worked perfect. Like, we don't need to audition people. We feel this is like the best fit. We could have went out and like, okay, you know, we're holding auditions. Like, what was that movie, Rockstar? Yeah. But that's not our style, so you know we don't do that. I keep hearing
that's a joke.
I keep hearing that, but I've never.
It's like it's on the Wikipedia page. There's a huge joke out there that I'm straight, but everybody knows that's not true. Well, who cares? You know, everybody knows what I'm into. That's the way I feel about it.
How long can I keep pretending to be that all the stars in the sky could mean something to me? Heaven will open up if I live on my knees. A man of many words, but a man of few deeds. Walking these streets so absent of hope. A pillow of concrete, a man with no home. Lend him a hand, then we're walking away. Leave the virtue of pity, but we live with the shame. So let's get to dream in a world with no sunlight.
The song was that it's just about people coming to Hollywood and kind of what we saw as kids and like our observations about the whole subject. In the video, my buddy Jeff Janke and this guy Corey Morecumbe, or you might know him as Craven Moorhead, he's a porn director, were wanting to do the video. And I actually, in the beginning, was like, I don't think this is going to work. But these guys actually turned out to be pros, and Peter North's in the video and stuff like that. So the video turned out, I think it's the best Hollywood Undead video we've ever made, and certainly the cheapest. Yeah. And the guys did an awesome job, so that's where the video came from, and it worked out well. Everybody should check that one out.
It's endless, man. Like, growing up in LA, I mean, it's kind of sad almost to see these people coming out there and they're like, they got rich parents, they got this, and some of them don't. Some of them are poor, and they come out there like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but all they start doing is partying and doing drugs, which is fine. You know, everybody does that, but it's like they completely lose sight of what they came there for, and it's like, it's a rehashed story over and over, but no one really knows how to tell it. So it's like, dude, why don't we just like tell a story about it? Because we feel like we could do it better than anyone else could. And you watch the video, it really explains it like right then and there. And it's like the people from LA, a lot of people out there, there's not many of them left. They're just trying to like be alive. People come out there and start ruining the city because, you know, they get their glamour of what they're gonna be. And it ruins it for people like us and like our, you know, friends and brothers and sisters who are trying to make a living and they can't get a job because the model next door took your job from Minnesota. It's like, it sucks.
All the brothers and sisters.
All the brothers and sisters.
You guys probably actually know, in New York, it's kind of the same thing. You know, everybody, it's either New York or LA. And there's nothing wrong with that, and that's what makes them special cities, in my opinion. But at the same time, my brothers and sisters, we trying to get jobs, you know. When we actually tell people we're from LA, they're like, oh, but where were you born? I'm like, LA. No, and people always are like, huh?
No, seriously, where are you from? I'm like, no, seriously.
Yeah, no, like really.
We wanted to change the masks without changing them too much, you know, where you wouldn't be able to recognize who's who anymore. We just kind of upgraded them again. It's the next chapter. We've changed a little bit as a band. We wanted our mask to change a little bit as a mask as well.
I don't even know if that made sense.
It did.
We
Trust
wanted
me.
the visuals of the band to move with the music, and it's one of those things that's hard to tie in together. But I think we did a good job, and the master's somewhat different, just like the music is somewhat different. You gotta evolve, otherwise it's not interesting for fans or even for us. In that sense, if I was doing the same thing over and over, I'd probably just do something else.
Yeah, or turn not straight.
I will never turn not straight. Wait.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's what happens when something new and different comes out. People don't understand it, and it's either they get it or they don't. And if they don't understand it, they don't get it, then they automatically hate it. And if they get it and they like it, they love it.
I see what you're saying, because there's nobody out there going, oh, I just kind of don't like those guys. It's either you love it or you hate it. And I think, like what he said, it is a polarizing band in that sense, where I think it's just different enough and controversial enough where it rubs some people the wrong way, which is fine though, because that weeds out the people you don't want there anyway. So it doesn't really matter in that sense. But I mean, I'm not comparing ourselves to Nirvana or anything like that. But Nevermind was reviewed terribly by the Rolling Stone when it came out, and then the guy had to retract his statements because it was all of a sudden everybody thinks it's the greatest album on the earth, and I don't think that we're making those kinds of things, but at the same time, I think people would be sorry after we were gone, because there's nothing really to,
Yeah. The most influential people in the history of humankind are the most controversial, whether you like it or not, whether it's good or evil. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I just think that people just hate what they don't understand. Like magnets, they piss me off. It's like, how do they work? I hate magnets because I don't understand them.
Right on, man.
Scientists were trying to explain it.
Yeah, scientists have tried to explain it to them, but all they do is get me pissed.
Who are those stupid scientists?
They're pissing me off.
Well, it's like the internet, the power the internet has, and message boards and these things. A lot of things can get said or started that aren't true, and there's no face to the rumor or anything like that. But you have to just accommodate to it and get used to it. I have 4 fake Facebook accounts. I don't have a Facebook at all, and people come up to me like, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, said what? I have no idea what these people are even talking about. So in the end, it's just kind of one of those things, you adjust to the climate of culture and just live with it.
Yeah, the key is to just not care, and then you kind of get through life pretty good.
Jeez, what a pessimist.
Oh, it sucks. It's so hot out here.
Yeah, we got the boot. Right. We're actually sitting on my grandmother's stoop.
Talking about controversy, then we got kicked out.
That's how controversial we are. We had to come back to my mommy's stoop. Everybody but the curls. He's still causing trouble for me. He's got that zany haircut.
We all grew up and have known each other for so long that we all know how everybody gets and is. So there's never any problem, really.
You get along really well with each other because when you're that close to someone, whether it's your mom or your sibling or your brothers and sisters, you love each other that much more, but you fight that much harder. It's when we fight. Hold on, my little sister.
Hey, sorry.
Sorry. Talking about Charlie Sheen's sister. Here she comes. Yeah, we love each other, but we fight pretty hard sometimes, and that's just the way the world of love works, baby.
Fisticuffs constantly. We go in the bays because you can't stand and fight. Because that way it's your hands that are winning, not some agility type issue.
Yeah, just wrestle each other underneath with all the luggage and everything.
No, we argue because we're around each other all the time. I mean, you spend 8 months of the year on a confined space with one dude. It can get messy, but at the next day we all love each other. We always have a group kiss in the morning to make up for whatever we did the night before.
That's not true.
It is true.
Only tongue, though, no lips.
You weren't saying it wasn't true when you were kissing me this morning.
Yeah, you were smooching him, your tongue in him. I think clubs are just more intimate, so that that aspect of it, I think, is more special for the band in that sense, where it's you can actually look at everybody's face in the audience. We always like that vibe, but Rock on the Range, those kinds of things are really cool because you're playing to 15,000 people or whatever.
Yeah, that's how you get new fans, as you play in front of people who have never seen you before. So it's good promotion for the band, and you get to see other bands that you've wanted to see. You play alongside with some cool bands that you've been fans of for a while. So we like playing festivals for that reason, and clubs just because it's our own fans, and the whole the intimacy of playing a club.
Already
It's always
said it.
cool.
Already did it.
Let's get intimate.
We all listen to hip hop music. That's what a lot of us grew up on. But we listen to rock music. Like, as I get older, I listen to more rock music, more metal, more stuff like that. But as you start touring with like all these bands, it's like you see kids at your shows starting mosh pits, and you can't help but feed off that, and want to be more rock, play more rock shows, and make the show more of a live aspect. So I feel like we're a little more rock now, is because you spent so much time touring. You get like a tiny bit older. It's just like it's what we feel like that we need to do just to, in order to be alive and to be a band that's going to be like successful and whatnot, stuff like that. I've never met a band that like didn't like us because we're all like 6 foot tall or taller actually, and there's 6 of us. So I meet other bands whether they like us or not, they never say anything in person. I met bands that might say something on the internet, when they see us in person they steer clear. So it's like we're more of like a physical upfront band. We don't do anything on the internet. We just feel like we should do it in person instead. But we've played shows with metal bands, like in Germany, in between like 2 metal bands, and we held ours down. We're not a metal band, but we did our set, and the kids were going just as crazy. And they came up to us like, "I can't believe you guys like held that crowd down like you did." And that's what we do.
I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna write after it. It's hard to say. I think it's a great album. I think it's a better album than Swan Songs was. And I hope that the next record we write is even better than American Tragedy. I think it's a great record, but you always want to get better at what you're doing,
From the last time we were touring, we've stepped up our game as far as the production and stuff, and just the bigger we get, the bigger our touring will get in our touring package, and we'll grow as a band, and our show will grow along with us. We've definitely stepped it up. We have some more stuff in the works coming out, but yeah, we definitely put a lot into our live show. We think that if a kid's going to spend $20 or $30 on a ticket, we gotta give them something. We don't want to just have 6 guys in an iPod. We want to have some cool trickery going on too. Chris Angel Mind Freak doing magic tricks. Something like that would be cool, maybe in the future.
No, you just got to get used to living very poorly. That's what you get. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah. We get so little money that it's hard to not spend it all because there's not that much to spend.
Hey,
so people think
your
like, "Well, you already blew all your money." Like, yeah, it's not hard to blow $300. So yeah.
Except for
I guess
the
I'm
fact
bad
that
with
we're
my
all
money.
also millionaires. So far, so good, man. Look at this. I'm sitting on my grandma's stoop doing an interview from the same place I used to dribble a basketball.